Brushes are huge. So we just did that with your finger. Easy. You don't need a brush for that. When you start working into like colors, so most people have probably, or should have, if you're doing full makeup, 3 to 5 brushes. So usually like 2 to 3 eye brushes, maybe, and a couple face brushes. That's ideal. Like I know. It's okay. We all gotta start.
We'll get you a set.
Go on a field trip.
Invest in your brushes. Now the sets. The only thing about the sets is that I find in most sets, it doesn't matter whether it's MAC or anything, they're a deal for a reason. So it may be the same type of hair, but most of the time they're machine placed, not hand placed. So the difference usually in the quality of the brush, like I'll hand around. This is my favorite brush. I think everyone in the world should own this brush here. You can start with it. It's the 217 at MAC,
wow.
but it's nice because it's fuller, it's got the right shape, it's soft, it does all the work for you.
Yeah.
So I have like 10 of those brushes and I use them for whether it's my light shadow, my dark shadow, I use it for concealer sometimes, like not one brush to do all of those things obviously, but like it's a good shape and just the texture. But a machine placed one, it usually isn't as thick and they can't, it's differently cut. Or sometimes if they're like, it's a set, they like cut the bristles to that shape instead of hand placing like virgin tipped ones. Yeah. So if it's a really stiff bristle, what will happen is when you're digging that into your shadow, it'll dig in and like kick up all this extra product and it doesn't blend on soft. So if you invest in just a couple of basic ones, I would invest in the professional ones. Some of the set ones are pretty decent and they're good if you're traveling or if you're just starting. The $60 for 4 to 5 brushes is great. But
I think that's what we have.
It just depends.
And it is a MAC
like
set.
Angle brushes, like things like that. When we go into the angle, we'll use an angle liner to do your shadow. For
How
minor.
often should you be washing your brushes?
Well, honestly, most people don't probably like as much as they should, and probably I don't even. So I tell people like at least once a month would be awesome. Most people don't. They've done it maybe once a year or if that. So I mean, anything more than that would be better. It depends if you're changing your colors, if you're using a cream product, where you keep your brushes. I mean, you think about like it'd be like taking your hair and putting it into product and putting on the oils in your face and never cleaning it, right? Like it starts to like get brittle, it'll fall out, the bristles will break. So if you're not going to take care of your brushes, then buy the cheaper ones because then you'll be replacing them quicker. But most of these brushes, like that brush that I passed around, I've had most of these for over 10 years.
Wow, hey.
Same brushes.
That's
and I clean them daily. Like I clean them daily because I'm doing makeup on new people every day. So
it doesn't hurt them to clean because
because
Brianna and I kind of share ours. So we wash it. We wash it about once a week, or if we use any creams, then we wash it right away.
Right. So what are you washing it with?
I just wash it with water.
Okay, that's fine. So the thing is, like, the sanitizing one, so if you buy, like, the MAC sanitizing one, or you buy the sprays, like Clinique has, there's different companies that have different things. They all have alcohol in them, though. So if you're getting something like that, it's good for a quick clean, like the cream ones if you just need to do it, or if you've got, like, more of a synthetic brush, it's fine. But if you're cleaning real hair bristles with a lot of alcohol all the time, it'll start to dry out the bristles. So I usually use, like, that for a quick clean, and then for, like, weekly or monthly, whatever you're using, just use like a mild hair shampoo. Even Divine dish detergent, whatever I've got by the sink, I'll use a small pump of that. And I just run the tap like lukewarm, not hot water. And then just put a little like I put a little bit of water on the brush and then just rinse it around. You want to keep the water though on the lower half of the brush. You don't want to be soaking the whole brush because when they put these together, they like clamp and they glue it, right? And then they clamp the bristles and they glue it in. So if you're getting a ton of water up in there over time, it's going to start to loosen. If it's not tightly packed in there like a cheaper brush, it'll start to come out a lot faster. Likewise when you're done, so once you've kind of rinsed it out, I'll usually do a whole handful of brushes, but most people only have 1 or 2, so just do it individually. So really rinse it out and then lay flat to dry. So just put it on the side of like a counter like that. Works really well. If you put them right upright again or something, the water is just going to run down. If you throw them into your makeup bag, they're just going to get dirty again. So where you keep your brushes is also important. So